Hey everyone, how are we doing today? So today I have a special treat for you. We're not going to do a chapter of the book. We're just going to do a focused magnetic mind session for dysregulated emotions. Who doesn't have those right now? And these are for when you're feeling dysregulated. So there's not a worksheet for this one. I'm just going to post up my disclaimer and we'll go right into the audio. So don't listen to this while you're driving. Find a place where you can sit down or lay down to follow the instructions on the audio so you can bring things into your active experience. For those of you who have a tendency to fall asleep when you lay down to do any kind of like meditative work, then I suggest that you sit up. These audios do work better and are more effective if you can have a level of awareness all the way through the audio. However, many times our body will choose to shut our intellect off if that's interfering with the process. And that's when people can kind of haze in and out. And what it feels like to me, and I've had other people say it feels this way too, is that you'll kind of fade out and then you'll be like, oh, I'm back. And then you'll kind of fade out and you'll be like, oh, I'm back. And that's how you know the intellect is shutting down to let the body do what it needs to do to heal itself. And so without any further chit chat, we're going to go ahead and get that audio loaded up for you. Welcome to today's audio. My disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a medical doctor, nor am I a therapist or counselor. I offer no advice. Any resources provided on my audios, calls, or website are for educational purposes only. Unlocking Resilience takes no responsibility for the use or misuse of any of the resources that are provided. You as the listener and the consumer of these resources take full responsibility for your mental health choices and behaviors. Being on this call or listening to this audio gives me permission to work with your super consciousness. Today we're going to work with dysregulated emotions. Sitting down or lying down, settling in and getting comfortable. After a few breaths, you can close your eyes as we begin to take some slow breaths to ground into today's session. Gently rolling your eyes up as if you're looking into your own eyebrows. Whether your eyes are open or closed, allowing the alpha state to come over you. And after a few breaths with your eyes closed, you can relax and don't worry about what your eyeballs are doing. Bringing your attention to how are you feeling in this moment. Bringing your attention inwards. You might bring a hand to your heart if that feels good. Ask yourself, why am I here today? What am I looking to improve? As you begin to explore the topic of getting dysregulated when feeling an emotion, you can begin to explore the topic of getting dysregulated when feeling an emotion. You might even give yourself permission to experience today's session in a fun or generous way. Continue to clarify your intention for today's session around emotions and being dysregulated by them. I'm going to speak to your superconsciousness and open the session. Superconscious, please bring all of the parts which were tagged from the last session until now into the perfect order and treat them one by one. Superconscious, remind the parts that getting more satisfaction and having less pain is the main reason for treatment, and integrating parts with a main identity. Superconscious can treat and heal trauma parts And it does this by removing the negative emotions and pain from the trauma and replacing them with neutral or positive emotions. The treatment process also strengthens positive coping skills with positive emotions before joining them with the main personality. It's important to know that parts do not die, they don't lose information, and that information will no longer be hidden from access. You simply exchange information with the main personality, and your memory becomes exactly the same as the main personality. So you can run the body at the same time without conflict. Remember also that we treat a few units and then rest. We wait until you are stabilized before treating more. This is how the superconscious will do it, so that it's gentle and as painless as possible. The process of treat, rest, until we have treated all the emotions that are painful associated with the part during the trauma. Superconscious, please fully treat all the parts and memory structures that want treatment safely and with total respect. Continue to focus on feeling dysregulated when having a specific emotion. And just notice what comes up for you. Which emotion? Asking yourself, am I able to accept this experience and this emotion? Notice any resistance or discomfort when you ask yourself, can I accept this experience? Can I accept this emotion? Superconscious, fully treat all the memories and beliefs associated with the phrase, I can accept this experience and this emotion. And then do a massive history change and everything after that. Superconscious, do this sentence procedure by continuing to activate the phrase, I can accept this experience and this emotion, into the active experience. Tag and treat any contradicting memories and parts until when you activate the phrase, there are no more memories or beliefs blocking this phrase from being 100% true in the active experience. Superconscious, please treat the structure of all problematic and disempowering structures. And superconscious, please treat the structure of all attached fields. Superconscious, please treat the structure of all trauma emotions, trauma structures. Please treat any negative learning structures. And please treat the structure of negative association structures to this experience and this emotion. Continue to keep treating those and add in treatment for the structure of all negative self-defeating behavior structures. And also treat all the emotions and memory elements. And superconscious, when those are all treated, please replace all of the treated emotions and memory elements with positive self-empowering memory elements, such as positive behaviors, positive beliefs, positive memories, and emotions in their place. If positive ones are not possible, replace them with neutral. And once that is completed, when appropriate, do a massive history change and everything needed. And then recreate positive structures in their place to create a life with more satisfaction and happiness. Continue breathing and noticing. And again, as you bring your focus to the topic of feeling dysregulated when feeling an emotion, what things or emotions aren't safe to experience? Bring to mind the last time that you felt dysregulated by an emotion. Maybe you felt hijacked by that emotion. Just notice what comes up for you now. Everything is welcome to be observed. What was your experience with that emotion? What do you believe about yourself and the world because of this emotion? Continue to focus on what is coming up for you. You may get feelings, you may get pictures, you may get an event. And as you bring it to mind, superconscious can treat it. Superconscious, please fully treat this experience and everything active in the active experience. Fully treat this event and all the memories. Please treat the experience which triggered the dysregulation of the body and mind. And treat all parts of self that were activated by it. And where appropriate, superconscious, please replace every treated element with positive self-empowering elements and emotions that align with the true self, the heart's desires. And then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. Maybe you can explore if there is a particular emotion that tends to be more dysregulating than others, or a specific event that triggers it. Again, notice how you feel about how this affects you. Whatever comes up, allow yourself to be present with it. Superconscious, please kindly treat this experience. Treat the emotion and how we feel about this being our way of getting dysregulated by an emotion. And then do a structure of association and find the parts, the predispositions, and complex structures that led to these associations and treat them fully. Superconscious, again, replace the treated elements with the most positive, ideal ones aligned to the true self. And then do a massive history change and everything needed after that. Continue breathing and noticing. Maybe we can go a bit deeper. Ask yourself, how might this emotion and dysregulation be protecting me? Allow your body to give you the answer. Superconscious, please bring forward the protector controllers. Protector controllers, you've been serving so incredibly well. And you were created in the first few years of life. And the trauma you've experienced at that time has resulted in your activity being a challenge at this age. When the superconscious treats your trauma and the disempowering emotions, you will be able to base your activities on current observations and current emotions. And then you'll be able to create more satisfaction and have less pain. Protector controllers, observe and learn the treatment process from superconscious. You get to decide how and when you join the treatment process and team. Are you ready? Superconscious, please gently and consistently treat all aspects of the protector controller in the perfect order, making it fun and rewarding to receive treatment and releasing pain. Then join them with their opposite pair. And then treat each trauma, when appropriate, do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. Allowing superconscious to make the changes. As you revisit the topic of feeling emotionally or physically dysregulated, ask yourself, what do I believe about this to be true? Looking for beliefs that don't feel good, the ones that are disempowering. Pick the belief that feels the worst or the heaviest. Superconscious, please treat this negative belief and disempower it until it is completely false. Doing the process of association, finding the parts, predispositions, and complex structures that led to this belief and treating each of them as well. Superconscious, go back in time and find the original event that created this belief, when it was originally created or learned, and fully treat that original event. And once that event is fully treated, please superconscious move forward in time and treat each and every instance where that belief was reinforced. And superconscious gently treat all the times and all the ways that the entire belief pathway in all directions and all generations was reinforced. And when appropriate, do a massive history change and everything after that. We will do this one again because it's so important to neutralize beliefs. Taking a slow, deep breath and ask yourself, what else do I believe to be true about this? Finding another belief that is uncomfortable, heavy, disempowering. Notice how it feels to have this belief. Superconscious, please treat this belief and disempowering it until it is completely false. Do a structure of association, finding the parts, predispositions, and complex structures that led to this belief, and treat them as well. Go all the way through the time and treat each and every instance where this belief was created or reinforced. And treat any similar beliefs that are related in any way to this main belief. And superconscious, when appropriate, treat the belief through all ages and all timelines, all lifetimes, and all lines of generations. Superconscious, we're going to move on to phrases. Superconscious, please treat any I can't, I don't know how, I don't want to, I can't handle it, it's too much, or any other similar phrase or thought or belief that are associated with this topic of feeling dysregulated from an emotion. Fully treat any broken agreements, misaligned intentions, unfinished communications. Treat any and all perspectives or misinterpretations. Treat any conflicts, resentments, disconnections from self. Gently treat any blame, shame, or guilt. or anything else that's coming up in the active experience, whether it makes sense or not. And when ready, do a massive history change and everything after that. And super conscious, treat any fields, any regular fields or generational fields, from the top down and the bottom up. And treat the main intruding field and any associated fields so that they can slide off into everlasting happiness. Treating each and every one of their traumas and memories stored in those traumas. Replacing the treated elements with the most positive ideal ones that are fully aligned to the true self, the heart's desires. And then do a massive history change and everything after that. Continue breathing and noticing as we move on to treating the body. Focusing on the topic of feeling dysregulated by an emotion. Do you notice any sensations in your body? Any sensation or awareness? Place your attention there. Anything at all. Notice where your body holds these emotions, any tensions, any discomfort, or is reacting when you have an emotion. Emotions often come from the body. Super conscious, fully treat this experience. Treat the physical body and all the memories and traumas stored in this area. Please treat the memories, judgments, and the disempowering beliefs or identities or any other mindset or memory barriers that might be associated to or with this. Super conscious, continue this process until the physical body feels at ease. And then do a massive history change and everything after that. We can test our progress. As you imagine a scenario that would cause you to have a strong emotion and feel dysregulated, just become aware of what comes up as you allow your mind to pretend or visualize this scenario. Just go there. Super conscious, please treat this experience. Treat this scenario. Diagnose and treat how it triggers emotional or physical dysregulation. Treat the nervous system with focused treatment on the insula and rebalance it so that when we think about this scenario, the emotions and physiology of the body stay regulated and empowered. Super conscious again, replacing the treated elements with the most positive ideal ones that fully align with the true self. Bringing in a sense of ease and strengthening the ability to simply experience an emotion. Letting it pass through the body. Then do a massive history change and everything after that. Breathing and noticing. Maybe we can go a little deeper. Maybe you notice a pattern you have when feeling an emotion or sensation that causes you to get dysregulated. Notice when you feel this emotion or sensation, you tend to try to resist it, ignore it, suppress it, or do anything except just feel it. Everything is welcome. What is the pattern that is coming up into your active experience? What are you becoming aware of? Superconscious, please treat this pattern. Treat the pattern that is used to avoid an uncomfortable emotion or sensation. Treat any and all parts of self that might have attempted to avoid, ignore, suppress, repress, numb, or escape, or rush an emotion or sensation to go away. Please regulate the nervous system so that as an emotion comes up, you feel safe to feel them, to breathe with them, to allow them, to be guided by them. Superconscious, continue this process until the idea of just feeling the feelings feels safe. Superconscious, do the sentence procedure on an ideal phrase similar to, it is safe for me to feel my emotions and allow them to pass. It is safe to be guided by my emotions. And when this is completed, do a massive history change and everything after that. Continue breathing and noticing. And now we're going to shift our attention to installing new beliefs. Moving on to the energy centers of the body. Bring your attention to the base energy center at the base of your spine on the tailbone. Visualize or pretend a glowing, pulsing red light. Following your awareness and attention into this area of the body. And we're going to install self-empowering beliefs. Install the belief, it is safe for me to feel my emotions. Now. That's right. Self-conscious, please treat the root energy center front to back and back to front, realigning and balancing this base energy center, treating all fear, all insecurity, instability that contradicts this phrase, and then do the sentence procedure on the phrase, it is safe for me to feel my emotions and stay regulated. Again, installing, it is safe for me to feel my emotions and stay regulated. And when ready, do a massive history change and everything after that. Bringing your attention up the spine into your second energy center. The center that's just below the belly button, but on the spine. Visualize or pretend that there is a bright, pulsating orange light in that area. Installing the belief, I can safely allow all emotions. It's just energy. Superconscious, treat the second energy center and realign and balance it from front to back and back to front. Superconscious, treat everything around creativity, sexuality, being in flow, and doing the sentence procedure on the positive phrase, I allow my emotions to flow and guide me. Bringing in more orange light, and then do a massive history change and everything after that. As we move further up the spine to the solar plexus energy center, around the tip of your sternum, but on the spine, pretend or visualize a yellow pulsating bright light there. Installing the belief, I am empowered with my emotions. Superconscious, please treat the solar plexus energy center from front to back and back to front, realigning and balancing it. And then treat everything around empowerment. Treat everything around self-awareness, self-trust, self-confidence. And then do a sentence procedure on a positive phrase. I am empowered by my emotions. Strengthening the yellow light, and when appropriate, do a massive history change and everything after that. Moving up to the heart space in the center of your chest, but on the spine. Visualize or imagine a green light there. Installing the belief, I love my emotions. I love feeling my feelings. And superconscious, please treat the heart energy center, realigning and rebalancing it from the front to the back and the back to the front. Treating everything around love and acceptance, accepting my emotions, understanding my emotions, being guided with my emotions. Strengthening the green light, and then doing a sentence procedure on a phrase similar to, I accept my emotions. I love my emotions. I accept myself experiencing my emotions. When complete, do a massive history change and everything after that. Bringing your attention up to the throat center, still along the spine, but right at the throat. Bringing in a bright pulsating blue light. Installing the phrase, I can communicate my emotions well. Superconscious, please treat the throat energy center and balance the throat center from front to back and back to front. Treat everything around the ability to communicate my emotions, to communicate when I am feeling emotional, to communicate that I may need some time and space to process them, and to communicate when I am feeling things, even if that communication is just with myself. Superconscious, strengthen the blue light, and then do a sentence procedure on a positive phrase like, I can communicate my emotions with ease. And when the phrase is found, then do a massive history change and everything after that. Moving your attention to the third eye. In the center of your head, between your eyebrows, but in the center of your head. Bringing in a beautiful pulsating indigo colored light. We often receive intuition and understanding through the physical, emotional experience of the body. As you focus on this blue light, this indigo light, as you focus on this indigo light, installing the belief, I know my emotions are connected to the intuitive knowledge of understanding that is available to me. Superconscious, treat this energy center, the energy center of the third eye, realigning and rebalancing it from the front to the back, to the back to the front. Treating everything around intuition, understanding, being able to intuitively understand my emotions and the emotions of others. Strengthening and brightening this indigo light. Then doing a sentence procedure on a positive phrase around intuitively understanding my emotions, any emotions, and then do a massive history change and everything after that. Continue breathing and noticing. As we move our attention up to the crown chakra on the top of our head, very top of the head, visualizing a pulsating violet light or white light, whichever resonates with you, installing the belief, I understand and allow my emotions lead me closer to my true self. Superconscious, please treat the crown center, realign and balance, treating it from the front to the back and the back to the front, bringing in even more light to this energy center. And then do the sentence procedure on a positive phrase related to how the emotions, understanding the emotions, allowing the emotions, bring us into alignment with our true self and our heart's desires. And superconscious then do a massive history change and everything after that. Superconscious, please treat and realign all of the 7 energy centers and harmonize them. And then bringing them together so they function as a whole. Please treat the deeper 8 vessel system, realigning and balancing the 8 vessels so that the entire energetic body is in alignment and working as a whole. And then do a massive history change and everything after that. And for the final round, again, bring up the topic of having an emotion and how that might dysregulate you. Just notice if there's anything left. Superconscious, please fully treat this experience and anything and everything that might be left around emotions, how it feels to handle them, how it feels to experience them in the body. Treating the parts of self that might be activated by them in a negative way. Please treat the remaining beliefs, identities still struggling with having, feeling an emotion or sensation. And anything else. Whenever appropriate, superconscious, please do a complete massive change history, treating all levels of the memories 1, 2, and 3, and any system of the body or mind. Fully ground all the memories that we have touched today and reconnect them into the matrix of the universe. Between now and the next session, please take and treat any disempowering memories or parts, and then replace and reinforce self-empowering memories in their place. Slowly bring yourself back to the area that you are in. And as you continue to have a little bit of movement, bringing yourself back to the room, and with your permission, we will close the session. So this is just an example of a more focused topic session. I've had a few people that were wanting me to build content, but they weren't really sure what to ask for. So this one works with being dysregulated emotions. And sometimes I'll have people just leave me a comment or to let me know kind of the situation. I don't need all the details, no personal information, but a few details of what you're dealing with, and then I can energetically feel in or just lightly visit your subconscious mind to find the true issue, and then I can make an audio for you around that content. Because I can guarantee if you're having a challenge with it, a lot of other people are too. So we're all on the same planet together. We're all working to build more coherence in ourselves. And again, eat well, sleep well, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video.